It's 50 years of Lamborghini this year and they're throwing us a party by getting us to BIC and getting to drive the new Gallardo. There's something absolutely devilish about Lamborghinis. The Gallardo also has that unmissable, edgy stylishness about it. And for 2013, this supercar has been revised for a bit more of Lamborghini-ness. Which in this case means a more sinister look. And that's thanks to the new LED-laced headlamps. It's a bit more stealthy too, and that's because of the angular front air dam. And then there are the new 19-inch Apollo wheels. Now let's get those babies rolling. In the pit lane, the 3-car convoy got ready to hit the track. I decided to hop into the orange Gallardo Superleggera. And I cursed myself for not carrying my own helmet. But soon I forgot about all of that as I started taking in the car.
And see, manual seats. Okay, pull the right paddle, we're good to go.
The 5.14 kilometer Buddh circuit is designed to trip you up at every corner. You'll have to swing up, down and around and hope that you stay on the track. Despite the massive runoffs, exploring the Lamborghini's massive potential was a scary proposition.
I think it's understandable that you should feel a bit nervous. It's a Lamborghini after all.
Mechanically, the Gallardo is unchanged, but the 562 bhp punch from its 5.2-litre direct injection V10 motor is nothing to scoff at. And with 70 kilos saved in weight, this Superleggera had an added viciousness to it. Logic was whispering in my ear, take it easy. But the sound from the motor just drowned it all out. It made my hair stand on end, underneath the helmet of course. And it commanded me, almost forced me to go faster.
That's nice.
The howling V10 felt even more potent than I remembered. Down the back straight, it shot to 270 km an hour without blinking. There's no doubting its 325 km/h top speed or its 0 to 100 time of 3.4 seconds. It felt all too rabid. And this was while driving it, as instructed, only in the normal drive mode.
It's really sharp on the throttle and feels stiff on the curbs.
I was glad that the ESP was active. The Gallardo can easily catch out drivers as it skips over the curbs. Of course, there was another safety net in place.
It's nice to have four-wheel drive. Getting a feel for the brakes.
The brakes felt a bit lacking in feel at first, but there was plenty of bite as I pushed harder. While braking, the G-force pulled my audio recording equipment out of place. Woo. Now my voice was drowned out by the V10 completely. All you'll be able to hear is the V10 howling, roaring and thundering. Again and again and again. Which is absolutely fantastic. As I drove on, I realized that I wouldn't change that back-whacking gear shift for anything in the world. But I would be happy to see bigger paddles on the steering wheel. Then it was time to switch cars.
Okay, this is air-conditioned comfort of the Gallardo LP 550-2 and it's got powered seats, see? It's a bit of a softie.
Spend a bit more time with the Gallardo LP 550-2 and you'll see that it's soft only when compared to a block of granite.
Okay, now the important thing is here, now we are going to be, this is only a two-wheel drive, right? So it's going to be a bit scary. I mean, it's going to be a lot sharper. I've driven this before, but
it's hard to explain what the Lamborghini's edginess feels like when it is combined with a two-wheel drive system and 550 bhp. Intimidating doesn't quite begin to cover it.
8,500 and it punches, and we go into the braking zone. It's still got room, but it is so freaking scary.
Braking for C4 from 260 kilometers an hour, the Gallardo would start weaving. If I thought that the Superleggera was leery, this was pure lunacy, but fantastic and completely addictive.
It's so sharp on the throttle. It's fantastic. This is a car you don't want to lose the backside of. It is twitchy. Stay off the curbs as far as possible. This thing doesn't like the curves. They weren't kidding when they said don't switch off ESP. Like you're just lifting off the throttle, I can feel the car kind of sliding.
But in its defense, the Gallardo was wearing normal street tires. Proper track tires would be better suited for this kind of driving. And if you drove carelessly, the Gallardo could be quite a handful.
Woo! That was quite exhilarating.
I had to keep reminding myself to get it right.
Look where you want to go, easy on the gas until you nail the exit and then floor it. I'm gonna leave it a gear up because the throttle is incredibly sharp. Lift off the brakes, turn in easy, nail it one straight and out.
The Gallardo may be the baby of the Lamborghini range and its refresh may not have been extensive. But it is abundantly clear why. Not much needs changing. This is a pure Lamborghini with some hairiness and the leeriness that Lamborghinis of old were famous for. So it's a pity then that this machine's time is coming to an end. And so if you have the 2.5 crore plus asking price, these are definitely worth snapping up.
So I'm happy to say happy birthday Lamborghini, and really the Gallardo, driving it here on the track, reminds you that it may be the baby of the Lamborghini family, but it is a brilliant, sharp, edged machine that's just raw in every sense and certainly feels like that from the outside. It's a car that's really so thoroughly enjoyed in an environment like a racetrack, and it's all the more impressive when you remember that this is now 10 years old. It's going to be fascinating to see what Lamborghini come up with next year when they replace the Gallardo.